Melanin Voices is a podcast geared towards building a community of those on a journey of self-discovery. We create space for guests and listeners to share their stories about their exploration of life, appreciation of the good, and how they overcame certain bullshit to get to where they are.
Every week, we take a dive into topics that affect each of our lives at one point or another. Hopefully, by hearing our voices, we will give you the courage to live authentically.
I'm Mariah, also known as Mariah Amazing.
And Yuna, hey! Now you are tuned into Melanin Voices.
Ready?
Let's do it.
If I'm paying $100, that's all I'm saying.
Okay, well, we're not gonna start off on that.
We can.
No, we're not doing that.
How
Okay.
y'all doing? Hey,
Hey, everybody, and once again, for those who are just tuning in, make sure that you go to our podcast survey. It's right on our website, melaninvoices.com. At the bottom, you'll be redirected to it. Help us help you by filling that out, please, and thank you.
Yes, please.
And also, I've gotten some responses back, and everybody kept saying that they're 65 and older, which I don't think it's true. So just make sure you're reading where you're
Who's
filling
childish?
in.
Somebody's childish.
Well, it seems like everybody who's filled it out is childish then.
They're all childish.
I think that they're just not reading. So just make sure you read every question so you can kind of fill it out correctly. Yeah, but that's all. We have a special guest on the show, a dear friend of ours, Angel Smith. She was on our last episode. Not last episode, but a few episodes back. The Rose That Grew from Concrete, where we talked about Black women and dating. And it was a really good episode. I enjoyed it. Unfortunately, Una wasn't able to join us that time. So we brought her back on so we could have a nice, happy, fun time.
Wait, so your last name's Smith?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Y'all have the same last name.
We're cousins.
Oh, yeah. You know. Hey,
so,
connections.
So are you and Jeffrey cousins too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Duh, obviously.
She's
the fuck?
Anyways,
do you hate when people call you Angel?
No.
Okay.
Who call you what?
Angel?
Who calls you Angel?
People call me Angel. It's Angel.
But who calls you that though?
A lot of people.
Oh.
Shannon, Cam.
They do
Jam,
because they're
sorry.
friends though. So if like you're meeting somebody, they're like, hey, right. Everybody say you met somebody, you're like, hey, my name's Angel. And they're like, oh, hi,
It's people that I know.
Exactly. So you're connected to them. It's not just random people walking up to you like, oh, your name's Angel? Okay, Angel. They want to be like that though.
No.
Anyway.
People that I know.
Okay. Anyways, whatever. Okay. So let's do Roses and Thorns. What is a really good thing that's happened this week, and what's something that could have been improved on this week?
Damn, that's crazy. I wasn't prepared for this.
I could go.
Okay, go ahead, Angel.
Okay. So, all right.
You're mad.
So, a rose was I got a recognition award at work.
Yay!
Because, I be working hard. I be out here trying to conquer, white supremacy all day. It kills me. Okay, so I finally got this little award. And so I got
it's
2
a big
hours
award.
of, big award, 2 hours of paid leave and $100. Isn't that crazy?
I know that's right. $100. That $100 though. Get your nails done.
I was like, oh wow.
That's great. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Y'all got money.
Okay.
Give me some more.
Right. Give me some. I deserve some more. That's part.
And I would say a thorn was, so I'm applying for a Fulbright grant, and I really haven't worked on my application as much as I said I would work on my application this week. So for me, I'm like kind of upset with myself for not doing that.
It's a grant for what?
So it's a grant to go, you can do research or you can teach English across the world. Mm-hmm. There's I think 80 countries you can go to. And so I'm applying to go do some research in the UAE. So, but I need to work on the application.
Once you fill an application,
it's not gonna happen
and you
if I don't work on it.
But what happens, when do you go?
So I would go fall 2020.
Okay.
Late summer, early fall of 2020.
Okay.
As long as I'm there before September 1st.
Okay.
So.
That's awesome.
Great.
Speaking of going abroad, a dear friend of ours, Kayla, is going to Jordan soon. So shout out to her and shout out to Jazz. 'Cause she just made the move. By the time she hears this, it'll be a whole week she's been in Philly. So,
oh girl,
you can do it, girl. You've been doing it. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I think I've cried maybe 3 or 4 times.
Wow,
since she's been gone.
It's
wow, I didn't even, because when she was here, I didn't even cry when she left. I was just like, oh, you're gonna have so much fun later. And then she left. I was like, oh. Here you go.
Oh my god.
Barry Watts line, like, oh, bitch, you go. But, so that's that. My rose of the week, I was unprepared. I just said let's do it because we always do girl talk about our weekend. So let's just hone in on one aspect of it. This week, I say a rose for me was I got paid. Could got paid more, but it's
okay.
Cool. So that was nice, and also, oh yeah, this week I did a shoot for this insurance company, but it's internal that they'll be using within the company, so no one's gonna see it. Like, no one outside is gonna see it. But I did it, and everybody that was there were just so sweet. Like the director, the casting agent, they were just very nice people, and yeah, they even like emailed me after like, hey, you were such a joy to have on set, and you really don't get that from a lot of directors and stuff. They're just like one and done with you, but they're like, yeah, you were so great. We'd love to have you on set again. If any other projects come up, we'll definitely look forward to having you on. So it was just really nice to have people who were like really nice. And then a thorn, I would say, is I don't even know. It's probably like, I'm just sad. I just wish I could just make more money sometimes. Like, not even just for my selfish purposes. Like, of course, I would like to enhance our podcast and do things outside of that and do things in the community, of course. But also just to be able to have, like, money to give friends, you know, like that. Like, see if Jasmine was leaving. Like, oh, I could have gave her a couple $100 or whatever. But since I don't make that much at work.
Oh, my God.
I'm not able to do those things. So hopefully, soon, when I am making that money, I can be able to do things for those around me. That's a thorn that I was harping on. I was just thinking about it randomly. So, yeah. Go ahead, you.
All right. So since I didn't have much time to think about this, I would probably say a rose would be that I had the opportunity to spend some time at the park this week, which I really love doing. So yeah, there's that. A thorn would be I bought this book, and I bought it online. This book from this Shambu Dreams book, basically, and I don't have access to it.
Why not?
The website, the app that they have, it's trash. It just doesn't work. So I just lost $26 because they don't do refunds.
Did you reach out to her like, hey, this isn't
her?
Not her, but like,
yeah, the publishing company
support.
I reached out to her, the publishing company. Yeah, I've talked to like 6 different customer service agents or whatever.
They don't have any. Wow, I'm so sorry. I know that how much you like her.
Yeah, but I said okay, I'll just buy the book. Like, I've been pissed off all week about it, but I'll just buy the book.
Yeah.
So it's putting money in her pocket, I guess. So.
Yeah, of course. But it's just like, fuck. Like, I just already buy it.
Yeah, because I hate it's like when companies have like certain policies in place that you may not know about, and it's like there's nothing you could do about it.
Yeah.
It's like your money's just gone.
Yeah.
And then when I looked at the reviews after I downloaded the app, and they all are the same. Like, everybody's having the same problem. I feel like somebody needs to sue them.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah,
they try to. It sounds kind of like a scammy. Not her, but like them. They know that something's wrong and they're not trying to fix it. Probably just giving people's money.
Right. I thought about reaching out to her, but I just didn't. I feel like she has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, no.
And I
reached out to her. I made contact support.
I thought about reaching out to her too, just to like let her know maybe she can like give me a book instead. Because I was like, okay, well when I talked to the customer service, I was like, y'all don't have to give me my money back. Just send me the book instead, since I can't access the audiobook. Just send me like a physical copy of the book. Yeah. And they were like, we can't do that. And I'm like, so I thought about reaching out to her to maybe get the book instead, but I'm like, I don't know, I just feel like bad about that. Like, she don't have nothing to do with it. Like, that's added stress on her. She's so happy about, people buying the book. It's on the #1 list.
Yeah, even if she can't like do anything, maybe she'd be like, just like, hey, until we get things resolved, everyone just please buy the physical copy so you can don't run into that problem.
When I went back to like see if it's looks like she's going through Amazon now for the audiobook. Awesome. So Amazon's pretty like credible.
Yeah.
So she's going through them now, but I'm like, yeah. So that's what's going on with me.
Oh, damn! I'm sorry, Yuna.
It's okay.
I'm the #1. Like, call my bank. I'll be the first one. Like, so I told them that this isn't working. Like, I pay for some service that I can never get because it doesn't work. So I'm gonna need that money back.
And what did your bank usually give you?
As long as you can demonstrate, like, look, here's screenshots, like, what email do I need to send this to?
Yeah.
Like, I reached out to them, told them that it wasn't working. They told me basically
They can't do nothing about it.
So
I might actually do that.
You might have to, and then use that money to buy the physical copy.
To buy the book.
You're gonna buy it regardless.
Thanks for that.
See, look, problem solutions. Look at that. But yeah, so we were at, speaking of Jasmine, dialing back, let's start our episode. Don't email me, where she was on talking about long distance friendships. But speaking of Jazz and her moving to Philly, we were at her house this past week or whatever for her going away party. And I overheard, because I was being nosy a little bit, Yuna and Angel in the kitchen. Fuck you. Yuna and Angel in the kitchen discussing just fulfillment outside of romantic relationships and kind of having that, your life in place outside of a partner, so that, you know, if you leave, you know, you are still fulfilled in other areas of your life. And I was like, damn, this would be a great topic for Melanin Voices. Let's bring her on. So here we are talking about fulfillment outside of a romantic relationship and a romantic partner. And I guess my first question to you all is, what are some things that you do to make sure that you are fulfilled outside a romantic relationship? Like, what are some things that you actively do? Whether you're single or not, I mean, you're dating or whatever.
On Hill?
Yeah, so for me, the biggest thing is ensuring that I have, so the people that I've chosen or have been selected by, like, the universe to be in my life, I could consider part of my tribe. So I try to maintain strong relationships with all members of my tribe, no matter what. Like, I don't care if I'm dating somebody, I don't care if I'm single, like, whatever. My tribe is very, very important to me because they will be there.
One moment, I'm sorry. Your skin looks really good. Okay.
Oh, that's what we doing.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm sorry. Members of her tribe, sorry. For those who are listening, like, bitch, you just cut her off. I'm sorry.
So, you know, how can I follow up to that? I don't know. But I would say, you know, keeping strong relationships to people that I consider part of my tribe. And then acknowledging, like, the strengths that those members do have, because not every person that I consider part of my tribe can fulfill me in a lot of different ways. Like, there are some people that are, like, very intellectual, but I know if I need emotional support, probably not the person to go to.
Probably not.
Some people that are, like, very, 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 very good at, like, nurturing emotional support, and if I need that, then I know who I can go to. So not necessarily cutting people off because they can't fulfill me in every way, but making sure I know the strengths that people do have so that I can honor those strengths and pour into them when they pour into me as well.
Gotcha.
In those areas. So
That's awesome. That's a good way to put it. What do you do, Unicorn?
I actually don't know why Mariah picked this topic to talk about, because I can't speak to it.
Y'all were talking about it. Oh, and if you can't speak to it, you can talk about the ways that you're, you know, called out on it and why it doesn't resonate with you.
So I know, like, I'm aware that it is important to have a life outside of relationships. Like, I know that is a thing, but and it's crazy because I bring this up a lot when I'm, like, talking to my counselor or whatever. For whatever reason, relationships like an intimate partner relationship has always been at the forefront of my life. It's something like some people want to be a millionaire, some people want to be an entrepreneur, some people want to, you know, travel the world. Relationships have always been at the forefront of my life. Like, it's something that I've always wanted. So it's hard for me to build a life outside of that, but I know that in order for me to have a healthy relationship, it's important for me to have my own stuff. So I guess I'm just, like, at this point now, I'm trying to just be more mindful of that and try to build a life for myself outside of the relationship, because I want to have a successful, happy, fulfilled life, even if I don't have that aspect of my life. So that's how I can speak to that. Yeah. What about you?
I think that that's good that you brought it up, because it's going to resonate with somebody, you know. But anyways, I think that the stage that I'm at in my life, I definitely try to hone those relationships with my friends and loved ones outside of my relationship. Of course, now that I live with my partner, it's I Honestly, I don't think that has become difficult. I still see my friends and still talk to them, and I still make sure that they know that I love them and I'm there for them if need be. And yeah, so I just try to make sure that it's evident that I'm there for them, because I would hate to be someone who breaks up with my partner. Not that I'm putting that on the relationship, but if I break up with my boyfriend and that's just the way life goes, and then I try to reach out to some friends and they're like, "Babe, we ain't heard from you in like 1-2 years because you've been up under him." And so I just really want to, you know, because you ever have a friend that they get it with somebody and you're so happy for them, of course, because you see that they're being happy, but then they never speak to you anymore. They drop off the face of the earth because everything revolves around them and their partner, and that's cool. But after a while, it's like, damn, like, we had a relationship as well. It wasn't romantic, but it's still important being platonic as well. And then they try to come to you to like find, you know, counsel after they part ways with them. You're like, I don't even know how to be there for you because I don't even know the intricate details of the relationship because you never even spoke to me while you were with this person. So I would hate to ever be that person. So I always try to teeter the place of honing my own relationship with myself and then friends and my boyfriend. I feel like I'm finding a pretty equal balance. So that's what I will say.
Okay. I can agree that you definitely do that. Try to make time and space for everybody, including yourself.
Yeah.
And I think you have a partner that makes that easy for you. I'm from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
It seems like he gives you that time to be with your friends and that time to be with yourself even. Some people don't do that, so.
Yeah, which is kind of unfortunate because it's also like, damn, why would you want me to be up underneath 24/7? Like, I of course I love my boyfriend, but I would hate to have a partner that you just want to be around me all the time, because I'm like, what are you doing? You got a job, you got a hobby, like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? I can't be the only one with the life outside, because then they're just like, I don't know. I can't, the words are not coming to me to express it, but basically I don't want anybody that's up under me 24/7, because now I feel like your mother versus your lover.
Right.
Oh, that was cute. Ooh, wow. Bars. Call Mariah. My name's Papaya. I smell good like a...
No, I was going to think of something that wasn't good. I was going to say like a jambalaya.
For y'all who don't know,
Jambalaya, hey.
Mariah is a rapper in her mind. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. I definitely. I'm Issa from Insecure. You know how she be in the bathroom in the mirror like, "Hey, that's me." Like when it came on every scene, I'm like, "That's me." And people are like, "Yeah, me too." I'm like, "No, I don't talk to myself. I rap to myself. Like that's literally me." Like so. But that's it. That's all I had to say. For that question, I didn't have any follow-up question because I was like, I feel like that would take a majority of the conversation, but that's crazy because it's not.
I have a question for you guys.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So I'm gonna have a question and I'm gonna probably have a follow-up question. Has being in a romantic relationship been like, are there other things that you've always wanted outside of that are like as big as that, or was being in a romantic relationship like a little side bubble off to the left, or was it like
a big thing?
Yeah, a big huge thing.
I think I really value partnership. Like that is my thing. There was a long time where I like placed my value on like if I was in a partnership or not, and like what that looked like. And so I do consider it very, very important. I think the only other thing that is bigger than that in my mind is Black liberation. So it's pretty high up there, you know, but I'm gonna say Black liberation is the top
that. Think of that conversation that we were having in the kitchen about that person who doesn't like Black women.
Yeah. Oh, yikes. Yikes.
So that makes sense.
So, you know.
That makes sense. So when did you come to the point where you just were like, I value relationships and I want that for my life, but I also want to be okay without that? Or
fairly recently, actually, I was really into this person. And you know, we're friends.
I fucking hate Mariah. She's on my damn nerves.
Cause we're friends. We don't always be friends, but it was one of those things that it was like, I feel like I was asking for something or trying to put like this label on it, like the relationship, and being like, okay, well, I only spent all my time with you. I obviously only fuck with you. It's pretty clear you fuck with me. So why is there like, what are we doing here? You know? And to have this person be like, no, like it's a no for me, right? Was very hard for me. And so there was like this time where I was like, okay, well, this is like my friend. And if my own, like I consider him my friend, right? And so I'm like, if my best friend is like, I don't want you. In my mind, that's what I heard. That might not be what it was, but in my mind, that's what I heard. So, you know, no, for real. But that's how I took it, you know? Words, So I'm like, if this my own best friend, so like, what the fuck? Like, who else? You know what I mean? Like, nah. Like, it couldn't compute in my head. So I was like, something must be wrong with me. Like, there must be something, like, some type of flaw, some type of something that I'm missing, like, whatever, with me, because it just didn't make sense to me. And so, but then I was listening to this podcast, and they were talking about, like, liberation and healing, and, like, one of the things that they said was, like, well, there was two things. So there was this podcast, and one of the things they said was like, I can give you all the information I can give you, but you have to make the choice. Like, I can't force you into a choice, because that's not liberation. Like, that's the opposite of liberation. That's the opposite of freedom. I can, and so that spoke to me, especially in that situation. And then the Hood Healer. I love the Hood Healer.
Is that a podcast?
She's a Instagram. Yeah. She also has Twitter, but I follow her on Instagram because I'm not really on Twitter.
Same.
And I love her, Black woman popping, right? And so she does her lives, and she talks about, you know, like energy, what's going on, like, you know, astrology stuff. And like she was talking about the fact that like sometimes we get really wrapped up in like what we want somebody else to do and the decisions that we want them to make, because it just seems right to us, you know, like whether that's like, hey, I'm succeeding, I want you to succeed too, like, come on, I'm trying to pull you with me, or like a relationship, whatever. We try to pull people along this path that we're on because we want them to be there. Right. And it can get really frustrating, because it's like, damn, I've done everything you needed to do. Like, I've showed you the blueprint. I've put it all in front of you. All you need to do is like put one foot in front of the other. That's what she said. Like, you just put one, and you can't do that. You know? And so like the frustration is valid, the like hurt is valid, like the anger is valid, but you have to realize that you can't control anybody else. And so within, like, that was maybe a month ago that I listened to the Hood Healer, and maybe a couple weeks ago, similar time frame, that I listened to that podcast. And I just came to this realization where I was like, I can't, like, there are so many things that I want for myself, and like a partnership is one of them, but I can't force anybody into that. And I have to find ways to like value myself and appreciate myself, and like pour into my own cup, because when partnership is not there, like, everybody knows how much time I spent with this person, right? Like, for real. So it's like, but when that's something that like doesn't happen, what now? And so that's when I really had to like take time to myself to really reflect, like, who are you? What makes you happy? What are the ways in which like you want to be loved? How do you show love? How do you show yourself that you love yourself, right? Like, it just all of these questions that I really wasn't ever thinking about, but I was forced to think about, because now I was in that space where I was like, well, you can't think of yourself this way. Like, I can't, like, even though I felt like that person, like, I know that that's not what he means deep down inside, because that's my best friend. I know he would never say anything that's like trying to like devalue me, but in my mind, that's how it was received. And it was a very like harmful place to stay in that. to be like, well, you're clearly lacking something. You're clearly not good enough. You're clearly not this. You're clearly not that. So you have the problem. And it's like, I don't have a problem. He got the fucking problem. It really was a conclusion that I came to, But it was like, I can't.
It ain't me, it's you.
It isn't me. It is you. He probably don't listen, so it is you. I know you're listening. But,
He definitely does listen to our show.
But, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
And so I think that situation, though, was what really forced me into being like, you can't put all your eggs into partnership. And I have been thinking about it before, but I never really took it serious, like, whatever. But that thing was like, you cannot only value yourself based off of partnership, because when that does not succeed, like if and when it doesn't succeed, you cannot place that like lack of success on you, because it's not you, right? And so it was really, it was like a tough little thing to be like, oh, okay, well, it's not me, it's you, so I guess I can't fuck with you. But like, that's what I had to do. So there we go.
That's that.
It's crazy because he listens. He's listening, but we're here. We're being honest. So
let's be real.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I think that's what my deal is. I think it's so easy for me to put like my value or my worth into what someone else's perception of me. And so when, like you said, if and when it doesn't work out, that's when like everything comes tumbling down. And I'm like, who am I? What am I? Why am I here? Like, that's where all that comes from. So I do think it's good to pour into yourself, like you said, and so many. I'm telling you, like, I literally spend all day, not all day, but I spend a good bit of my time listening to podcasts and finding ways to better myself. But it's just like, it's not like connecting for me. Like, it's still not making me. It's making me want to, but it's not making me want to do the work, I guess. Like, I'm not there yet. Like, I want to. Yeah, of course I want to be, this strong woman who isn't validated by a relationship. But that's because it's hard, because in my mind it's like, that's what I want. I don't want to be, of course I don't want to put my value into all of my value into a relationship, but I want a relationship. I want a partner who, we can kind of do the work together. But that's just not where we are right now, So it's important to kind of like do the work for yourself. And like you said, even my counselor told me yesterday, it's crazy. She was like, you can't put all of your eggs into that relationship basket, because like when it falls and all the eggs break, like what do you have? She was like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't date. Go ahead and date, but still have that peace for yourself. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So what do you think, Mariah, about such? When was there a point when in your life did you realize I can't, or I shouldn't, or I will not any longer put my value or my worth into a relationship? Or was that ever like an issue for you?
I think I'm just now getting to that stage, and I still have my waves or not, things like that. Like if we get into like a really bad argument, I'm like, whoa, this doesn't feel right. Like this doesn't feel right, the option to maybe not be with this person. Because that's why I automatically, if we get in an argument, I'm like, all right, break it up. Like in my head, I'm like, break it up. It's like, no, you're like disagreeing, and it's okay for him not to see things your way. But in my head, I'm like, okay, break it up. And then automatically, like, I start to feel like, okay, so what would this really feel like if things were to really like not be? And so I think I'm still kind of coming to terms with that. Like, I know that it's very important, and I think that I really started to see that happen was I think an ex relationship that I had, it was like really toxic, but I was staying there because I was like, well, this is kind of what love feels like, when it's like yeah, he's verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, but that's what they say. They say you got ups and downs. I didn't want to be that person. I was teetering across the line. I didn't want to be a person where it was like, everything has to be flowers and sunshine all the time. But then I was like, so what does bad look like? That's a healthy bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what a healthy bad is. Like, I just know, like, this has to be flowers and happy all the time. I don't know what a healthy bad is. So it was teetering across the line. When something did happen, an unhealthy bad happened, I'm like, I just kind of put that into that's a healthy bad. So when that relationship did end, I was like, wow, this ended. But I still don't know what the fuck what unhealthy and a healthy bad looks like. So now that I'm back in a relationship, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm still getting to that point. I do know that it's possible though to have a female outside a relationship because I'm doing it now, and I do know that if we were to break up, I'd be sad. Like, of course, I'd be like devastated. I'm not gonna lie, but also I know that I could still be Mariah. I could still go on, and so I think that it comes in waves. One minute I'm like, I know I could be independent bad bitch. And the other days I'm like, how does that look like though? Mm-hmm. So it comes in waves. But I do know that it's a thing that I can definitely do if need be. But also am still coming to terms with like, okay, if need be, like, how does that look? So I probably just rambled everybody, but somebody out there, it hit. And you got it. And that's good that you received that well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, thanks for those good questions, Jonas.
So this is my last question.
No, of course.
So what do you actually do outside of like having friends? Mm-hmm. Do you do to fulfill yourself outside of the relationship?
I think I'm still working on that because I think that earlier when I said I look at me and I do stuff for me, and I was like, bitch, no, you don't. You don't be doing shit for yourself sometimes. Mm-hmm. So I think that what I need to begin to do is find things that that I am good at doing. You know, people like, take a hike,
Yeah. What are some things that you want to do?
Like, that doesn't feel good to me. I know it feels good to some people, so not to me. Like, for me, I'm like, I don't want no parts. Mm-hmm. But I think things that feel good to me is like skincare. Obviously, I talk about it often. So like getting facials and massages, that's where I feel my best self at. Taking little walks for brief periods of time because then the bugs come out. Feels great to me. So definitely massages, facial, traveling feels really good to me. Being immersed in new cultures and around new people, that feels good to me. So if I can travel and get a massage and get a facial and go to like cool events, that's awesome. Like I like art galleries, I like doing shit like that. I like just like visiting new cool pop-up things that are in the workings, like seminars and workshops. Those are cool things to me. So just honing that, because I feel like that pours into what I really want to do in life. So yeah, I gotta do more of that. I don't do enough of that, so I need to start doing more of that. Yeah. Okay.
What about you? What are some things that you do besides having friends to like pour into yourself?
So I love being
cooking.
Outside. Oh yeah, I do cook. Wow, I was gonna skip that. So I do love cooking, but I only love to cook when there's no pressure to cook. So when I've decided like I want this meal, or that's why I don't think I could ever actually be a chef, because the demand is always like I don't like that. Yeah, so cooking, yes. Being outside, but more so like I'm trying to go to places that are more like outdoorsy, like woodsy, natural like areas, because I've been really thinking about gardens and how gardens are considered art, but it's considered art because it's so tamed. Like if you go to botanic gardens and you look around and you're like, everything is so tamed, it's cut in a certain way, it's placed in a certain, so that's not really nature in my mind. It's beautiful. I love botanic gardens. I mean, I'm gonna go every Saturday the first Saturday because it's free, but like getting into places that really challenge what my notion of like art is, and like nature, life is art, and so nature is art, and so why do I only value nature when it's like super tamed? Why can't I go into nature when it's like just being itself and
Right.
like unscripted or whatever. So I'm trying to get outdoors more. I really, really love documentaries. That's pretty much all I watch all day. So if I could, like, I try to carve out time in my weekends to allow myself to watch at least 2 documentaries on the weekends and just, you know, curl up and watch my little documentary. I think that there's a lot of talking to myself, which probably sounds crazy, but like I have conversations with myself.
We all must be crazy.
Like,
Right. I'm like, that sounds pretty sane to me.
Yeah, I try to. But I like really try to talk to myself and take like pulse checks. Like, how am I feeling? What do I need in the moment? I got back into writing because I used to write a lot, and I stopped writing because I just knew that I was going to be a painter. And I don't know why I place more value on like painting when writing is also a form of art.
Sure
so I started writing more now. So there's just like a lot of, got some new plant babies because yeah, I love plants. And I'm just like, grow how you want to grow. I'll just be here to water you. Make sure you get the right amount of light, you know. Yeah. So I just picked up like 3 new plant babies. So now I have like hundreds of that like person.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like a jungle house.
You got mad oxygen.
Yeah.
Jungle house.
It's like, come to my house if you really want to breathe some crisp, fresh air, you know.
Hey, I know that's right.
So, yeah.
Oh, Angel. That's beautiful. What about you? You want to turn the question back on your damn self?
What's the question?
Ask us. No, but you asked the question. What are some things that you do to make sure that you're fulfilled and pouring into yourself?
Yeah, like that's definitely something that I'm working on. But I do. It is good that I'm. Recently, someone has came into my life that is also like low-key outdoorsy, and so she'll invite me to do things, and I'm so grateful for that because there's always like something like I want to go camping, I want to do this, do that, but it's like that I don't want to go alone kind of thing. So I'm actually really thankful that I have that, and I don't really know why I don't really think of like watching shows like documentaries or writing as a form of self-care, but those are things that I usually do for myself. Like I have a journal that I've been writing in more and more lately, and it's been helping me like get my feelings out of my head anyway, to kind of work through them. Counseling, definitely top of the list because I need that. So it's good, like that's the way that I get my stuff out, and then I have someone to like say something back to me, because I don't know, I just feel bad when I'm always like calling my friends on my stuff, because it's like, girl, be like, can you be happy one day? Like, can you, you know, I don't know, I just be feeling bad about that. So I'm happy that I have a counselor to kind of get like literally pour all that shit on.
She gets paid for you to dump.
Yeah, you get paid for me to dump. That sounds so gross.
Dump on you.
Dump on you.
That sounds so sexual, but it's not this time. Literally, she gets paid to do that, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to access that. I'm pretty sure that like I'm gonna start traveling solo, because I want to do it more, and I can't, like, I don't want to always have to wait on people, you know, and I have 3-day weekends at my job too, so it's like I can take a quick trip anytime, well, not anytime because, you know, money, but more often if I go alone, you know. Of course, that's not what I want, but I mean, then I'll start, like, meeting people in different towns and, like, making friends everywhere, maybe because y'all know I'm, you know, anti, but,
I don't think you're anti, I feel like...
I think I am. Can you just let me have that?
You can.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Yes, thank you.
You know you're so better than I do.
Exactly. Thank you. So that's how I like allow myself to feel fulfilled.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, good. I'm glad you got a friend that you're able to go out and do that stuff with, because...
It ain't you?
No. It ain't me, sis. I go glamping, you know, Grumpy for me means I'll go outside around the fireplace, roast some little marshmallows, do some s'mores, talk, do a couple games, and then go back inside to my Airbnb.
Okay.
Yeah, that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but putting up a tent, being outside, fishing, gunning fish, and he also...
You know, the thing is that in my mind, I'm like, animals really love me. I don't know what type of energy I be putting out, but I'm like, the last thing I need
is a bear to walk up on your ass and try
to really love me.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, hey, girl, I was called to you. Hey, I'm here.
And you not even...
You ask for me. You ask and you shall receive. And I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Wow, mountain lion, bear, elk, no. So no thanks.
See, I'm kind of like naive about that because I just feel like it won't happen. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it, adventure.
And then it happens.
And I'll be like, all right, let's go. I don't know. I feel like I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
Yeah, absolutely. You better. Oh, you gonna cross the bridge?
If I woke
I feel
up
like
and saw a bear, I would go back. I would be like,
I would literally my soul would like leave my body like really wrong, sis. Bye.
oh God,
You on your own. Shoot. But
that's the last thing. So I need to be inside.
Yeah, absolutely. We can have a great time inside too.
I can go outside all day.
All day.
If I'll
All
forage.
day, yeah.
You know, I used to be into like, I almost lived on a commune. I used to be into all that type of stuff, foraging and, oh, this is a plant that does this and this is this and we can do. So I'll do that during the day when I can see and can be hyper aware of what's going on. You know, I got bad vision, so, you know, I wear contacts, but I like to take those out at night. So,
yeah.
And the last thing I need is to be in the woods with my glasses on and
Lord.
see something and my damn
on.
glasses fall off. That in itself, oh Lord,
no, baby.
That keeps me away. That in itself.
Listen, I'm not for it.
We all running, somebody step on my glasses. I'll be like, what?
Kill you, bitch.
Kill me now.
I
I can't see.
I really
I
can't.
can't see not a damn thing.
You're just shaking her head, y'all.
Like, is that you?
Oh, you feel kind of furry.
I am.
And y'all know I'm loud all the time. So I'm like, oh, God. Well, see, no.
It's a shame her angel died. It's a shame.
Who stepped on their glasses, though? And everybody gonna be like, ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
Hell no. They ain't gonna know shit. They gonna be running too. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Yo, this is crazy. I wrote
happened?
something for a Unidish, but that shit is gone.
Oh, shit. I did see you over there fumbling. I'm like, what's she gonna do?
Yeah, I was looking for it, but it's gone. So, well, that's it for Melanin Message,
That's
everybody.
Okay. I was gonna say that I had no responses from my comments of Mariah.
No way.
But I have one, actually, that just came on in.
Hey, you.
Shakira Stewart, well, Dr. Shakira Stewart. Sorry, they'll put, the extra on there. Kira reached out and she said, because I asked for the Melanin Message, what I asked the ladies earlier, which is, what do you do to ensure you are fulfilled outside a romantic relationship? And she says, because she's married, she says, having fulfilling friendships and career/goals. Oh, and family too. Those are the things that she makes sure that she hones outside of her romantic relationship, which is also great. And I think I said kind of the same thing, low key.
You know what's crazy? Shagan was talking about that on her stories.
Oh wow.
Being fulfilled outside of a romantic relationship.
And there's
Really?
different
That's
types of
interesting.
fulfillment.
I think it might still be on her thing.
Let me go see.
I'm like, because there's different types of fulfillment. Like, there's, obviously,
she sure did.
Alignment.
Yeah, because I'm like, there's romantic fulfillment, there's intellectual, there's emotional, there's different. And so I read this article and I was talking about how we put so much stock in finding a partner and marriage that sometimes it can become overbearing for both people, because we're looking for a partner that can literally fill all of our cups. no matter what labels we put on there, like, oh, I need a little bit more emotional, like, whatever, however we label those cups, like, we want our partner to literally be the only person pouring them into them and, like, filling them all, and how that can be draining to the partner.
Sure.
And then also, if you have a partner that also requires that from you, that's draining to you. And so, like, is it realistic to like expect that out of someone? And then, like, what are the ways? And, like, I ran into that article, I read that maybe 2 months ago, but it was like, what are the ways that, like, we then start to label our own cups, because our cups that we might need to be filled could be different for every person. But, like, how then do we make sure that we're being strategic about how they're being filled, so that if we do have a partner or find a partner or whatever, we're not putting too much on them.
Gotcha.
Or even, like, being reflective of our own, like, love languages. Because I, like, my love language, I just took the quiz to make sure, like, a month ago, because I was going through it, you know. But, like, quality time is still number one, and it's now tied with acts of service. So those are my 2 number ones, and I feel like I also reflect that. And so, like, people can tell that I'm really, like, if I really fuck with you, I am going to spend time with you, and I'm going to just do random ass shit for you. Like, oh, I'm just going to bring you these flowers. I'm just going to blah, 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 blah. Because that's what I need. And, like, because I feel like sometimes when we talk about love languages, it's only, like, what we need. We never talk about how those show up, though, in the ways that we're, like, showing love to other people. And I don't know how I got on that, but I'm like,
it resonates.
Yeah, that's a fair assumption. We really don't think about how we give love, and I think that is pretty much tied to what our love languages are, like how we receive love. Because I think it like mirrors what we do to give love to. Because I'm not, like, a super huge gift giver, and weirdly enough, that was, like, one of my lower love languages, gift giving. Which is weird because I like gifts, but it's not something that I do. But I can definitely, if it's your birthday, I'll definitely show up for you. Now, are you going to get a gift from me? Probably not, you know, but I'll definitely be there.
Yeah.
So, you're right. That's
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to incorporate something new. So, I went to our Melanin Voices story. So make sure you guys are following Melanin Voices podcast on Instagram. And I asked you guys a couple questions about me and Yuna that, you know, you can answer, and hopefully you know by listening to the show and just getting a sense of who we are. So I started with an easy question. I said, which one of us is from New Orleans? And everybody said Yuna versus, like, 2 people. And then I also...
Who are they? Call them out. It's like, I'm just playing.
I don't want to do that to him.
I'm just kidding.
And then I said, what's my favorite thing to do?
What's my motherfucking name?
That's what I thought you were
about to say. I was like,
No, I said, what's my favorite thing to do out of traveling, hiking, and yoga? And if you listen to this show, you know that ain't hiking, so traveling. And then, if you heard the past episode, we talked about this already, where me and you are going to do our upcoming podcast collab. And I said DC, the Bay, Detroit, or New York to visit Michelle. And most people said DC, and although I love to go to DC, it is actually Detroit. We are going to Detroit in August to do a podcast collaboration with Unicorns Are Real podcast. So, yeah, that is the answers to that. So if you want to know more about me and Yuna, head over to our stories, and we should be doing that maybe once or twice a week, where we ask you questions and you'll get the answers on the podcast.
Yeah, I think that was so fun and cute.
Yeah.
I want to go to New York soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some friends.
I think I want a New York nigga.
A lot, too.
They do it.
I have a lot of friends out there, so.
I'm like, I feel like they do some podcasty stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, they not really podcasts. So my friend Cheyenne, she's in between New York and Boston, and she has, like, a TV show.
Oh, cool.
But, you know, but it's cool, and she black, and it's just all about black shit. So
hey, Cheyenne.
I'm like,
we gonna
hey, let me know.
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll make a trip.
We ain't got a problem making no trip.
We ain't got no problem.
So, you know, be a little bit different than a podcast. No
ain't
visuals.
No problem. Ain't
it's
no problem.
all visual.
I'll get my hair done that day. Get cute.
Oh, listen.
You know, New York got some good hairstylists too. It ain't
I know.
really hard to come by.
You know. Let me
Tell me, girl.
We talking to Jasmine like, okay, you're leaving, you're going to Philly, like, blah, blah. She's like, yeah, I'm going to see if I can find some good hairstyles for you out there, like, whatever. She gonna sit up there. Mind you, everybody knows Jasmine has a shortcut. Whatever.
Fuck you.
She gonna say, oh, yeah, there's some real, what was it, a blowout or a silk press or something? She was like, oh, yeah, that's like, got some good reviews for a silk press. Like, what's she gonna do with that? You looking for yourself. You're selfish. You're selfish. You know, we care.
Wow.
Well,
she might want to silk press one day.
She might one day.
One day. But
Today
that ain't the immediate need. You was looking for yourself. Like, oh yeah, here's this lady tried to show the phone and everything. Here she got good reviews for the silk. Like, so that's for you.
Exactly.
But she probably do other services too, though. You know, he's multi-talented.
Y'all been talking about some braids. You sitting up here talking about a silk press.
Wow, Mariah, really?
She gotta take her braids out at some point and get
That's
her
all
in
you
trim
care
and get a
about.
silk
Look at you.
press.
New York got some good hairstylists. Like, that's it's crazy how that comes back out. Full circle.
Listen.
Hey.
I have a question. So, also, who did this out of between me and you? Who was on the day? Well, we'll give you the answer, the real answer, next time we do the show. But who was the one in high school that was on the dance team?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You gotta answer, and then the people will get the real answer next. We're not gonna tell you. We're not gonna tell you. We're gonna tell you offline if it's right or wrong. So it's cool.
On the dance team, wow.
Yeah, who do y'all think?
How long? God, that might help me.
Look at that girl right there. She made me say, "Ooh."
Like how long? Was it a year or all 4 years?
What you gonna do?
Was it a year? All 4 years.
It was for majority of high school.
I'm weak right now.
Me too.
I'm gonna say Mariah.
Okay.
Was that right?
I'm gonna tell you offline. I can't tell you because they gotta listen to the episode next. It's an incentive for them to come back to the episode.
I feel like all high school you was doing like what was that dance you were just doing? The chicken head.
Chicken head.
I feel like
and the waffle. What was the waffle?
I'm like she went to Montbello, so those are
we
probably
went to the same high school.
You went to Montbello?
Mm-hmm.
Oh dang! I should have watched of a different color. Okay.
All right, y'all. We'll tell you the answer.
We'll tell you next week. You know, did she got something for the people?
Y'all, I had a whole thing written out for y'all, but that shit gone.
It's okay.
So, I'll just tell you that I'm back from my hiatus on Instagram. So, at me, right? I don't know what people say, but
yeah,
I'm back.
Hit me up.
Yeah.
Respond on my stories.
You gotta tell them.
Kiss my crown _
On Insta. That's where she's more active at.
Yeah, that's where I'm the most active on Instagram. So if you're looking for me, that's where you'll find me.
Thanks.
Ew.
Black business. I'm gonna do a shameless plug. I obviously have talked about this multiple times, but Noel's Skin Essentials is a black-owned business that I am an ambassador for their skincare products. If you use Mariah XO, you'll get some money off. I honestly have tried most of their products, and my two favorite are the Clarifying Cleansing Foam and the Brightening C Serum. Mostly because the Clarifying Cleansing Foam gets my skin really clean. Like if I'm wearing makeup and I use that, I don't have to like keep on doing it. It's gone. Mm-hmm. And then the Brightening C Serum, because I get like hyperpigmentation bad, so I feel like it's been helping me. And so that's all I have to say. So go to NolaSkinEssentials.com. Use Mariah XO to get 15% off.
That's cute, Mariah XO. You should change your Instagram name to that.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
I've been rocking Mariah mainly for too long. It's too late. I can't change it.
It's never too late. Anybody have any final words?
Any final words? What's the takeaway from this episode for you?
Oh, that's what we're gonna do. Or are we gonna ask the listeners what's their takeaways, and they can report back to us?
Oh, they can.
You don't know our listeners.
Report back to us, y'all. Let us know what you listen to.
We know y'all. We know y'all ain't about to do that shit.
No, I'm not gonna report back to us.
Y'all don't listen. Y'all hard at it.
No, don't
They
do
might.
them. Don't do them like that.
Y'all hard-headed, and I don't
I have
appreciate
faith in
it.
y'all. I have faith that one day someone's gonna email us at melaninvoices1@gmail.com and reach out and talk to us. Until then, we're gonna just get on your ass. We're gonna stay on your ass about it.
We're gonna stay in and on.
Your ass, us.
In and around.
Around your ass.
One thing I heard this week that I'm gonna close out on, or it's gonna be my final words.
Okay.
Life is all about you, but not at all about you. So
Okay.
think about that, digest it, and regurgitate. You know.
Okay. I have a. You know what I'm gonna start doing since nobody does our Sorry, you guys. So since nobody ever does our listener letters, like nobody ever reaches out to ask for advice or whatever, or just say anything, I think I want to start doing HBCU confessions. So if you're on Twitter, if you're active on Twitter, there's like a page on Twitter called HBCU confessions where people write in about anonymously about things that have happened at their campus, and one of them was it was some crazy stuff. No, not crazy.
We're gonna give him a ride. Okay.
If you're giving oral sex to a dude, he's 26, that's still young, right? Question mark. And he couldn't stay hard. I know my head is fire. Was it me, or is he just old, asking for a friend? Like stuff like that. We can give our input on.
I feel like
Maybe next.
it could be one or two things. It might not have been. I'm not saying you bad at head, because girl, you got it. But maybe he just doesn't like the head that you were given, or he had some shit on his mind and he just wasn't in the mood.
There's a lot of
He
things.
probably was
that
tired.
Could be happening. He could be drunk.
He could have.
He could be, just not in the. I don't know, because I'm not.
Or you could just ask.
So I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
You could just ask, like, hey, like, what do you
I don't
like? Because at some point I'm irritated. Like, what do you want? What? Because it's not working what I'm doing, so what do you want?
Don't get irritated. You can have that conversation beforehand, or even while you're doing it. Like, would you like me to do this to you, or what would you like?
I think we have to have conversations about sex more.
Yeah.
Because we never talk
definitely.
about sex.
I'm
And
always
it's
talking
like,
about it.
You know,
And
me
the
too.
issues.
I'm like, before you date somebody, what's your sex like? What you like?
Yeah.
Okay, because can I do that for you? Because
Exactly.
if it's something that I can't do, we
I can't
gotta
do it.
say that.
I just
from-
can't.
You gotta tap out.
Yeah.
Fair.
You know, because there's a lot of things out there in this world.
What you
And
think,
it's
Mariah?
like,
I think that she needs to ask him. I just said it. You just took my answer, nigga. I just said I think that she needs to ask him.
Oh,
like,
okay.
hey, like, what do you want? Is this working for you? Is this not working for you? What can I do more of? What do you want me to do less of? Just talk. Like, people don't talk about sex no more.
No, I guess not.
no, people don't be talking.
But he
about
might have been
sex.
tired. Cause
He could have been. There's not enough context in this question.
Yeah.
There's not enough context. But yeah, I think that that'd be a good thing to do. So since someone's reaching out to us, we can just go to HBCU confessions. They already asking for unsolicited advice.
Right.
So we can give advice.
Yep. Bet.
All
All right, y'all. Well, thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Maybe. You know how we do. Maybe you'll see us next week. Maybe you won't.
But stay on our Instagram. You will see us there.
Yes. Follow us on Instagram at Melanin Voices Podcast.
And follow Angel as well, right?
They can follow me at It's Just Angel, the whole thing.
It's just Angel.
It's just Angel _. Yeah.
Perfect. And we'll tag her as well on our post.
Yes. All right, y'all. Have a great week.
All right, we love you guys.
1.
Bye. She's irritated. She's annoying.
Is that how people used to? 1.